Hi, I'm Emily at Fensol. In this video, I'm going to cover the 5 things that you should focus on when designing and planning your future deck. Number 1, you're going to want to think about size. So most decks are a copy or an extension of one room in the house. So if you're going to be hosting dinner parties or having a patio table on the deck, then you're copying your kitchen. And if you're going to be lounging and suntanning on the deck, then you're copying your living room. So first thing you're going to want to do is go look at your kitchen or living room or whatever room you're copying and measure it and plan for a deck around the same size. You'll notice that most decks are about the same size as the room in their house that they're copying. Another rule of thumb that we recommend is to plan for about 20 square feet per person that lives in the home plus one extra person. So a typical family of 4 would want to plan for around 100 square foot deck, so 20 square feet plus one extra person. The next thing you're going to want to think about is the traffic flow. So you're going to want to make sure that the stairways and the steps are wide enough and the right size to allow for traffic flow to get from one area of the deck to the other and reduce problem areas and traffic areas in the seating area of the deck. So make sure to consider traffic flow for when the deck is actually going to be built directly into your design. Next, you're going to want to think about the elements. So once the deck is built, you're going to want to keep in mind if you have an especially windy deck or a sunny backyard or a shady backyard or lack of privacy in your backyard, and incorporate this into the design of the deck before it's built. So if you know that your backyard is especially sunny, you might want to add a pergola into the deck design. If you know that you're going to be suntanning on the deck and you don't have any privacy in your yard, you might want to create some kind of privacy screen directly into the deck design so that these things won't be a problem once the deck is built. So think about the elements. Next, you're going to want to think about how form follows function. So think about how you're going to be using the deck and then put these directly into the design of the deck. So if you plan to have a lot of dinner parties, you're going to want a bit of a bigger deck. If you're going to be having a lot of suntanning chairs on the deck, maybe make a suntanning area on the deck. Just think about how you plan to use the deck and incorporate this into the design in this phase. Next, you're going to want to think about the focal point. So the focal point means that decks are usually in one corner of the yard, not the middle of the yard, not the middle of the house, one corner of the yard, because when you're sitting directly on the deck, you're looking out of the rest of the yard. So if you're in one corner, the yard's going to look bigger and it's going to create a feeling of space. So most people put the deck in the corner of the yard to create this feeling of space. So think about the focal point. So always think about the size, the traffic flow, the elements, how form follows function, and the focal point.